case you just Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to those listening. This is the Worldwide Net on S-Hail 100, QO-100, and all the big guns are not here today, so I don't have any nice music or any fancy things to show. So yeah. All I can say is we thank Qatar Satellite Company and AMSA DL and BATC and all the software writers, the people in France and in Britain and all over the place, and even in South Africa, writing all the wonderful software for us to make it relatively easy to get onto this a lot. And I'm thoroughly enjoying it, to be able to communicate in quality audio, super quality audio, and very, very good quality video as well, all over the world within the footprint of the satellite. So I was hoping to be able to show you another video of the latest rocket launches at my workplace. But the professor who sent it down to me locked it or something. I can't download it to put it onto the transmit computer and show it to you. So hopefully during the week I'll be able to ask him to unlock it or whatever, so that I can download it and show it to everybody. It is on YouTube somewhere. He did send me the link, but the link is, I can watch it, but I can't download it. Whereas all other things on YouTube I can download. So I'll just ask him to do something about that. Otherwise, I've been struggling with SDR receivers, really battling. My SDR Play works on this desk computer, this desktop one, which is my QO-100 receive computer, and it's a relatively old machine. And it works on another desktop computer over there, which is a more modern machine. But yeah, I'm not having any success on my laptops. I've tried 4 laptops, and it just doesn't get the driver. So I install the driver with Gizmo, what's the thing called? Anyway, and then the moment the program starts, it wipes that driver and puts in its own driver, which is the wrong driver. Then it just says there's no SDR connected, and the program shuts down. Oh, it drives me mad. So I've had enough of SDRs for the next couple of months, I think. The 400 meg receiver that I want to build, I'll have to build, that was not what I wanted the SDR for, because they're useless for that. They've got too much latency. But I'm working on all sorts of little modules and things and so on to build the 400 meg wideband FM receiver, which I now cannot buy anywhere on this globe. Maybe I must look for it on the moon or somewhere. Anyway, so I'm now going to pass it to Ed. I hope your cartoon is all polished up, Ed. And we'll be watching. And we also have, hopefully, if the streaming is working, I think you're streaming it for us today, Ed. John, ZA6JON, is also watching. We're trying to get him onto this, but he doesn't want to bite yet, but we'll work on him. So Ed, over to you. Papa Yellow 2, Romeo November for the group from ZS1, Mike.
I'm afraid the cartoon didn't make any sense because I'm gonna repeat that because of the OBS stuff. I really let me repeat the cartoon. Okay, so we have shortnet. Hello everybody. Hi Leon. Hi Bert. So I can repeat the cartoon. It will make sense if I repeat that. No, with audio, with the original audio, with the video makes sense. Otherwise, it would not make any sense. Okay, very nice. See, yeah, very small net today, but actually we have 3 continents, so we can consider worldwide. So we have Africa, South America, and Europe. That's good enough. Hey Leon, sorry to hear about your SDR bad experiences. Which are what are the SDRs you're trying to hook up? Is that RTL, those cheap RTL dongles, or something more sophisticated? Maybe SDR Play, RSP1. Just let me know which one you're trying to make work. Usually I use SDR console for all my SDRs. I do have a couple of them, and the drivers work okay with SDR console. So I'm not sure if you're trying to use a special software, something. Last week I spent mostly trying to fix my UHF Yagi, my 430 megahertz Yagi. I had all sort of problems. Low reception level. main reason was the preamp, which is installed in the boom of the antenna, was bad. Replace it. Then it's still bad. The other thing was the connector. The N connector was rusty and totally lousy. That was replaced. It shouldn't be, rocket science to replace a connector, but on the roof, it's not very comfortable. But anyways, it worked fine now. I still need to do my revision with my VHF Yagi, my 144 megahertz Yagi. Still need some maintenance, but it's working. So yesterday I dedicated most of the day using low orbit satellites. So I operate a few of them, and I made few contacts. So I made a short video with those contacts. It's about 9 to 10 minutes video. I'm gonna try to play to you guys here and see if you can enjoy the low orbit satellites.
Satellite is visible.
Yankee 2, Sierra Alpha Delta. Sierra Delta, Papa Yankee 2, Romeo November. Opa, tudo bom, Eduardo? Como é que você tá, cara? Faz tempo que a gente não escuta o amigo. Grande abraço aí, satisfação, 5-9 pra você. Prazer em ouvi-lo aí. Depois de tanto tempo aí, que está dizendo tudo bem aqui. 5-9, um abraço pra você aí, bom final de semana aí, Peitfon 2 SAD, Peitfon 2 RN. Ok, forte abraço aí, mano. Sem papo. Papa Yankee 1, Sierra Alpha November, seco satélite. Papa Yankee 1, Sierra Alpha November, seco satélite. Seco satélite, Papa Yankee 1, Sierra Alpha November, seco satélite, Papa Yankee 1, Sierra Alpha November, seco satélite, Papa Yankee 1, Sierra Alpha November.
O Yankee 1 do Sierra Alpha November, Papa Yankee 2, Romeo November, Papa Yankee 2, Roma Noruega.
Opa, surpresa boa, hein? Papa Yankee 2, Romeo November, Papa Yankee 1, Sierra Alpha November, 59, Golf 77, Sierra November.
Ok, positivo aí, Papa Yankee 1, Sierra Alpha November, Papa Yankee 1, agora eu confundi, hein? Com o indicativo do Sandra. Papa Yankee 2, Romeo November aqui, muito bom dia pra você, 59. Aqui por Vinhedo, Golf 66 Lima Whisky, Golf 66 Lima Whisky, QSL.
Positivo. Positivo, Papa Yankee 2, Romeo November, Papa Yankee 1, Sierra Alpha November, Resende, Rio de Janeiro. Grande abraço aí, Edu, saúde e paz e bom final de semana. Roger. Eita. Quase já não tô mais me escutando aqui. Grande abraço. Saúde e paz aí. Obrigado aí pelo contato. Saúde e paz.
Ok. O seu sinal de transmissão tá muito bom, hein? transmissão tá muito forte. Um abraço, bom final de semana, Sandro. PY1 Sierra Alpha November, Papa Yankee 2 Romeo November. Tchau, tchau.
Por 4, Juliet Victor Eco, certificado.
Limonio 4, Juliet Victor Eco, agregador Radio Noviembre.
22, interrogado.
Papa Yankee 2, Romeo November, 59.
22, Romeo November, Lima por 4, Juliet Victor Eco, 5973.
LU4, Eco Charlie.
Por 4, Eco Charlie, Lima por 4, Juliet Victor Eco, 59 Salvador.
LU4, Juliet Victor Eco.
Lima por 4, Juliet Victor Eco para 4, Eco Charlie.
59 Nadia, gracias, 73.
Charlie, con 3, Bravo, Charlie, Nadia.
Con 3, Bravo, Charlie, Lima por 4, Juliet Victor Eco, 5973 Hugo.
3 Nadia, gracias. 42, Romeo November.
1 India Sanquilima. Por 1 India Sanquilima, Lima por 4, Juliet Victor Eco, 59 Charlie. Lima por 4, Juliet Victor Eco, Lima por 1 India Sanquilima, 5973 nada.
Papa Yankee 2, Romeo November.
Papa Yankee 2, Romeo November, Lima Uniform 1, India Sanquilima.
L1 India Yankee Lima 59 del U3 Quebec Delta Foxtrot.
Por 3, Quebec Delta Foxtrot, Lima Uniform 1, India Sanquilima 5973.
Uniforme 1, India Yankee Lima, Papa Uniforme 3, Papa Zulu 59.
Papa Uniforme, repite.
Papa Yankee 2, Radio November.
Papa Yankee 2, Romeo November 59 del U3 Quebec Delta Foxtrot.
LU3, Quebec, estancia 59.
73.
Uniforme 3, Papa Eco Tango, Lima Uniforme 9, Eco Kilo Quebec 59.
Radio Noviembre.
Papa Yankee 2, Radio November, Limonio 9, Eco Kilo Quebec.
Limonio 9, Eco Kilo Quebec 59, Papa Yankee 2, November.
Papa Yankee 2, Rádio November, Papa Uniforme 3, Papa Eco Tango 59.
Papa Uniforme 3, Papa Tango 59, PX 2RN.
Papa Yankee 2, Sierra Alpha Delta. Papa Yankee 2, Sierra Delta, Limonio 9, Eco Kilo Quebec 59. Radio 9, Eco Kilo Quebec, Papa Yankee 2, Sierra Alpha Delta 59. Sierra Alpha Delta confirmado, gracias, 73.
Canadá, xilófono 1, Tango 0.
Hola Miguel, Canadá, xilófono 1, Tango Hotel, PY2, Romeo November 59.
Bom dia, boa tarde, do Romeo November 61 acá. Grande abraço, bom fim de semana, 59.
Saludos Miguel, un abrazo, buen final de semana.
Aló.
Yeah, that's it. Highlight at the end of play is Oscar 7, which is a satellite being operational for decades. I mean, almost 50 years. And apologize for the language. Mostly was in Portuguese and Spanish, of course, but at least this opportunity that we have to talk to our neighbors here in South America, Chile, Uruguay, Argentina. And was nice to hear back those people, since they don't have access to the QO-100 satellite. I mean, Argentina and Uruguay, they do have at the border, but there is no station there, no satellite station. So you need to go there for kind of the expedition. Basically, that's it. I'm gonna pass to, I think it's Bert. Yeah, Bert to talk about the power supplies for amplifiers. Very interesting. I do use some Eltec flat pack 53 volts for the LD-MOS amplifiers here, Bert. So let's see what you have there. Papa Alpha 3, Alpha Oscar Delta. From Papa Yankee to Radio November. Back to you, Bert.
I thought there was no audio or no video, but anyway, there's my face. Yeah, thanks, Ed. Yeah, I saw that Oscar 7. That's indeed 45, 50 years old already. Yeah. Yeah, and only when there is some sun on the solar panels, the batteries are still broken. And it shall be broken for the rest of his life, of course. I'm curious about the tracking program you're using over there. Is that from what in Hammer Radio exists, or something else? I'm curious about that, but you can tell later then what program there is. I did also that in the old days, LEO satellites, but yeah, I don't know the reason why I stopped it. At a certain moment, yeah, it stops. The most beautiful satellite for me anyway was the AO40, Alpha Oscar 40. That was the most beautiful for me. But sadly that thing is gone, or the batteries are broken, and yeah. It flies probably somewhere around in space, but not usable for us anymore. That's a pity. But and about pity, talking about pity, I saw a call sign. I don't know how the call signs are given in Brazil. Is that your own choice, or the government is giving you a call sign? Because I saw a call sign calling SAD, SAD. That's not positive, yeah. And yeah, last weekend we had a contest on 70 centimeters and yeah, above till yeah 100 giga, depends on what you want. ATV, of course, ATV, old-fashioned analog, or DATV. But more and more people are going to the DATV instead of the old analog. But yeah, sometimes analog is easier to catch. Yeah, a small signal, and you can see it in analog, and digital you need a couple of seconds some signal there. So a small burst you can pick up a station with analog TV, but with digital it's difficult, or not possible at all. Yeah, about the power supply. Yeah, I'm reorganizing my whole shack, and yeah. I got a couple of power supplies and I want to use only one. Let's take the camera, that's maybe easier. Let's see, wobbly cam. Anyway, let's see what we can see now. Oh, let's see on this screen. Now, anyway, that's the back side of the power supply. Let's turn a little bit, I don't know if it is enough light, if you can see it. You can put the camera a little bit closer to it. Yeah, that's clear, of course. 230 volts in for the 70 centimeter amplifier, 48 volts and 12 volts. This is 12 volt fuse for all the amplifiers. The 12 volt is used for the relays, of course, and the preamps in the tower. And the same here for 2 meter and also for short wave, and then especially more for 50 megahertz for also for DATV. And this is the big fuse for the 50 volt or 48 volt. 48 or 50, it doesn't matter, that's nearly the same. And that's the back side. I can turn the front, and you can see it as indeed a flat pack. The famous one, you can see it on the front. That's the LTEC power supply, I believe most of the people use these kind of packs. Are rather cheap and a lot of power. This will be on the front. Maybe I will change the color, but this is just aluminium. But on top of the aluminium, I put some 3D printing. That's the 3D printing is approximately 0.6 millimeter thick, and I put some text on it, put in the holes, and it was the first try. I will change probably for another color because this is so bright on my eyes. But anyway, this is for for test, and it looks nice. Anyway, I like this way. This is just the power on off, of course. When everything is switched on, this LED will lit, and when I want to use one of the amplifiers, just push the HF 70 centimeters, and then one of the outputs will be switched over to the volt for the 48 volts. And when for a certain moment no high power is needed, I can switch it off. So it's all standby then. It's already, it works. It got a small from China, a small relay board for relays. Can switch 25 amps at 200 volts, so that's more than enough. And everything is controlled by, you can maybe see it. It's so small. That's from the Raspberry Pi. This is RP2040, a small program in Python that controls everything, the LEDs, the switches, and also then these relays. So that's this what I'm with it. I can show you the other part of it. It's on the underside of my desk. This is the water cooling for all the three amplifiers. I hate those ventilators. Those fans are making so much noise. So everything will be converted to water cooling. One amplifier is already working on water cooling. That's for the 50 megahertz. And the 2 meter and 70 centimeters will also be converted to water cooling, so it will be quiet over here in the shack. All those fans get me crazy about it. And okay, so this is the work I'm busy with it, and I make now a small board for the 5 volt Stabi, for the RP2040 and a few other things of it. That will be placed under it, so that will be, let's see, in the cabinet. Maybe you can show, I don't know if this is so visible. I hope that you can see it. The connectors, the power supply, and all the other things. And you can see left of the power amplifier, power supply, there's the room for the switch of the switches with the coax of the coax, the normal relay. And also a small board for power protection. If there's too much current, it's switched off. Hopefully. Theoretical, it works, now practical. So that's what I'm busy on the moment. It keeps me out of the... Oh, what's that? Oh, okay, let's see. That's it all on this moment. And you can see on the background the 3D printer. Oh, just in front of me. Oh. This is famous Bamboo Lab P1S with, in this case, 4 different colors. So I can print 4 different colors. I can change, of course, also one of the other colors put in, but this was one of the colors I had in stock here. So first the blue one with yellow letters, and we'll see what happens then. Yeah, that's from this side. So, looks, see, yeah, microphone then, or the camera to Leon. Only 3 today. That's that's not much. Okay, Leon, to you. Send us 1 Mike from Papa Alpha 3 Alpha Oscar Delta.
Yes, I just want to see, there was another fella tuning up just before we started. I just want to give him a break. Maybe there's somebody else who wants to come in. Okay, no, he's not there anymore. Okay, right, Ed. Yeah, I still didn't get your cartoon, as you say, without the proper sound. I guess it. I don't know. He's using a conventional oven, and he's got 2 trays put in there. I don't know what that's all about, but anyway. In the satellite context, yes, you must have a lot of patience. Oh, it makes me think of when QO-100 just went up and we were playing with the SSB. That was fun. At least you point the thing and it stays there and you can just tune. Then it's just the guys who are tone deaf who come up on all different pitches and you have to tune every time to follow them. No, I think this is much better where we are now. Hi-fi sound. Okay, Ed, you wanted to know what I used. Okay, when I was working QO-100, the narrowband, I used this cheap little one. It's a thing I bought on eBay. It's normal RTL dongle. You just use that driver. In any case, I didn't have to load any drivers. You just plug it in and it used to work. It doesn't want to work on any of my computers now. But this was not the concern. This thing is not very good, even with no signal input. You have lots of lines coming on the screen. You know, it's got a lot of IP. So then, not too long ago, well, it's not even a year ago, I bought this one, SDR Play. It is this one, RSP1A. Right. It's very nice. It's clean. It only receives what you tune onto it. It works on this computer, which is my QO-100 receive computer, and it used to work on that desktop computer over there. It doesn't want to work. I've tried it on 4 laptops. No. All sorts of driver hassles. And I had my best local computer fundi here just now, and even he couldn't sort it out. He said no. There must be something switched on in the Windows firewall or something preventing it from, because you load the program and it's got a whole list. That's SDR console, the latest version. You load the program and then it's got a whole list of all the SDR receivers, and it's got SDR Play, but only version 2 and version 3, not version 1 like this thing. I said, okay. Then you go to Zigbee, Gizmo, whatever that thing, that normally installs a driver. So you go on the internet, plug this thing in and say, find the stuff, and it says, yeah, it's got a SDR Play 1A. It sees it there, yeah, okay, download driver, and it downloads the driver, and it installs it, and you go to device manager, and yeah, there it sits, SDR Play, and it's happy, and it says the driver is even Windows signed and everything. And then you open the program, the SDR console, it immediately driver puts in its own wrong driver, and there you're back to square one. Man. Anyway, so I've given up. I'll build my own analog converters in my little tin cans and make my own conversions and use a proper multi-mode receiver. Down convert everything to the range of the receiver. Makes me mad, things like that. I mean, even this little thing worked on everything. Now it works on nothing. Gee whiz. Anyway. Okay, Bert, yes, nice power supply you're building there, and fancy printing the front panel in blue and then yellow lettering. That's fancy. No, you must leave it blue. It's electric blue. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I bought two 24 volts one last week. I've obtained a lot of 48 volt lithium iron phosphate batteries. And they've been standing in the garage for more than a year now. I thought I'd better give them a top-up charge, you know. They've got all these management things in it with little flashing LEDs and things. So I said, but I'll just measure them, but they still measure good, you know, the 51 volts and so on and so on. So now I'm just going to give you a charge. So I didn't have a bench supply with enough current to really, because they say you mustn't trickle charge lithium things. You must charge them. So I went to the local shop and bought two 24 volt ones, and I just put them in series. They are fully floating, so it's not to case, it's not earth. And you can set the voltage nicely, and I set it to 56 volts with a bit of current limiting in, a 0.38 ohm big resistor that I've got. Yeah, and I charged them all up, and now they're standing there idling until I can find a use for them. So yeah. But yeah, those supplies they're relatively cheap, and they've got lots of amps, definitely. And the voltage regulation is quite good. Okay, I'll give it to you, Ed. We just leave a break in case there's somebody else who wants to come in, and then you take it. Maybe you've got the cartoons set up right now. BY2RN for the group from ZS1 Mike in Worcester.
Zulu Sierra 1 Mike from Papa Yankee 2 Radio, November. No, Leon, I will not. I'll not try. Next week I will repeat the cartoon because it doesn't make any sense if you cannot hear. Okay, so let me fix it. Just to tell Bert about his power supply. Very nice, very nice. You made there. I'm afraid I should do the same because that's where my power supplies are sitting here. Yeah, it's a shame, but that's my real life. I do have one for 53 volts on the bottom, and this upper one, this one here, it's not very common to find out. It's 24 volts LTEC, which actually gives me 26 volts, and I'm using this one right now to power up my DATV station, everything, including the power amplifier. So that's where they are sitting, at the bottom of my bench. But those are good ones, and yeah, it's a nice thing you did in your box with all the controls and everything. Answering your question, the tracking software for the LEO satellites is SDR is built in on the SDR console. I think I'm the only guy in the world that used that, but it's a great it's a great software. Very, very practical and very easy to use, and a good, visually very, very nice as well. So I do use SDR console as a complete solution. I use it to receive signals using my SDR, and I also use it to track my rotator to the antennas, and I also use to correct the frequency variation, which is mostly known as a Doppler. So everything on the SDR console. The satellite, the SDR console satellite tracking had some gaps. Since when you minimize the window, it will stop controlling the rotator. I reported that to the author, but I think he could not duplicate that issue. And since I think it's only me in the world is using that, so not big interest to to fix the issue. But I don't know, in the maybe in the newer version of SDR console, this problem went away. I'm not sure. I need to test. But other than that, it's just perfect. It's very, very nice. Including to Leon. Yeah, Leon, the QSOs that you just heard on the LEO satellites, I received that using RSP1. Not exactly like the one you showed. Mine, it has a few other antenna inputs, but it's the same chip. And for the RSP1, you need to install the driver. SDR console will not recognize that correctly. And the Zadig, that's the name of the software. The Zadig software, that one you use to install the drivers for the RTL dongle. The Zadig will not install the RSP1 driver, just the RTL dongle. So you need to open Zadig, and then I will not do that because I will screw up my transmission. But you need to click on list all devices, and you're gonna find there the RTL 2388 or something like that, and you install the driver for the RTL. But for the RSP, it's a different driver. I'll try to find, and I'll send you. Probably through WhatsApp. I think I have your WhatsApp here, so I'll send to you. Let me find it, so you may try, because it works perfectly. My RSP1 works perfectly with the SDR console, as you could see in my video. Well, I think that's it. I just say hello to the viewers on the net, which Ismail, Delta Lima 2 India Echo, to Mike Willis. Hello, Mike. To Gary Immelman. Hope everything okay, Gary. We need you back, because it's a hell of confusion when I transmit myself on the DATV and also make the streaming, because I use OBS to do both, and several times I forget to switch things here. But anyways, hopefully you'll come back soon, Gary. To Joe, 9 Hotel 1 Golf Tango as well. Hello to Joe, and Peter, Delta Kilo 3 Zulu Fox. That's it. You can see on the YouTube. There are many others on Facebook, including people from probably North America with AMSAT North America. Hello to all. That's it. Thank you, Leon, for opening and coordinating the net. Thank you very much. Also, Bert. And that's it, guys. Going back to Bert, Papa Alpha 3 Alpha Oscar Delta. If no one else wants to join the Sunday net, I say 73, and until next week. So back to you, Bert. Papa Alpha 3 Alpha Oscar Delta from Papa Yankee 2 Radio November.
picture pops up. Anyway, Azure Console, I didn't know that it was possible in Azure Console. I'm only using Azure Console every morning for with the group Dutch Amateurs on 700 every day at 9:30 till 10 o'clock in the morning. That's the only thing I'm using, only time I'm using Azure Console, and I've never looked further into it. I will check it. Normally I'm using a WX tracker, that's from a guy in Edinburgh, but also sometimes from I lost the name. M Radio, there's also a tracking program. I use those both programs, but I will check it. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I will check that, Ed, how that is possible. Yeah, about the power supply, yeah, this is the new one. The old one is still available. If I need to make some power, I can put the old amplifier. So this is complete new power supply, and then the old one will be used as a spare. You never know when something will break. Yeah, but the thing, the CR Play, yeah, got also, so it's a little box over here. And the one very positive thing about this one, if you compare it to all the other ones, is this. This is a proper USB connector. This will not give any issue or problems. All the other connectors are smaller, it's nicer maybe, but all the USB A or the micro or the mini or whatever they're all called are terrible. But this one, this is a really rock solid connector. That's in my way anyway. One or two dB more, too less power. Oh, it dropped too much down. Let's see, I can put up one more. Oh, yeah, it was. That must be enough then, Ziggy. I hope anyway that this is more than enough. Yeah, I was a little bit down in power. I saw it over here. Yeah, nothing more to tell here. I will check then Azure Console. And yeah, I have no issues, Leon, with this. Is anyway, this is the RSP number 2. Let's see if you can see that. This is the number 2. I don't know what exactly difference between the 1 and the 2. I believe the connectors for the A and B input. But anyway, I'm happy with this. I'm using it not all the time, but just for testing and all that kind of more. So, back to the draw. Yeah, nothing more to tell over here. I will continue with the power supply. I will have to do a lot of wiring, and that's what I'm starting with. The sun is shining nicely over here, and during the night it's cold. It's freezing 4 or 5 degrees centigrade, but during the day it's around 8 degrees at the moment over here. Only the wind is from the north, and that makes it colder. By the end of the week, we get temperatures around 17, 18 degrees centigrade. So summer is approaching. We'll say everybody a nice week. See you next time. Microphone and system back to Leon, and I will say bye-bye to everybody. From Pop Alpha 3 Alpha Oscar Delta.
Yeah, I just gave a little bit of a gap there because somebody doubled with you in the beginning there, Bert. That's why it took so long to lock at your place. It was somebody with a big signal, and of course nothing happened. No, the receiver wouldn't decode it, and then you came with a lower signal, and then it was fine. Anyway, yeah, okay, everything well received here. Ed, funny enough that I can never remember that gizmo program's name. But anyway, I've got it installed on all the computers now with all my attempts. And it actually did download a driver for this. It recognizes it and it installs it and it says, yes, it's the driver for this. But the moment you load STR console, it wipes that one, it takes it out the registry and it puts its own thing in there, which is for version 2 and version 3, like Bert has got. But anyway, if you have any advice, I'll appreciate it. Yeah, this little one, this is still got 2 for HF and UHF, two SMA inputs. This thing worked on everything. Now it works on nothing. It's been lying too long. Anyway, I've had enough of this stuff now. And hi to Gary and John, if he's actually watching the streaming, if it's still working. Yeah, with that then I close the net. I declare it closed. And once again, thanks to all the parties who made it possible for us to enjoy this wonderful, wonderful satellite. This is magic. I mean, this is absolutely the cherry on top of amateur radio as far as I'm concerned. And I'll never go back to other things. I still build things for HF, little QRP things and whatever, do strange things, but I think this will always be the cherry on top. So with that, 73s from ZS1 Mike, and hope to see you all soon next Sunday. 73s.